Ohio. Holon, the large city in the center of Israel, in the Tel Avivsky district. Gush Dan enters agglomeration. The city is well known for the large industrial zone, the big cultural program of municipality and agricultural academy. Holon, also called the children's capital of Israel, because of a large number of child care, entertaining and educational institutions, and also because of an annual biggest carnival in Israel for the holiday Purim. In the west, Holon borders on the city Bath Holes. The border between two cities passes on high-speed Ellen Road. In the south, Holon borders on Rishon LeZionim. Rather large territory between Holon and Rishon LeZionim relating to Holon's municipality isn't populated and represents sandy dunes about 2 kilometers long. And in the north, on Azor and Tel Aviv, the border passes on the highway, Derek Hashiva. Highway No. 44. In the east, Holon rests against Highway No. 4. G Highway. Going through all Israel to the east of the coastal cities parallel to the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Being a certain city, Holon actually is Gush Dan's part. Agglomeration of Big Tel Aviv. According to the Central Statistical Bureau of Israel, the population for the beginning of 2020 made 196,282 persons. For 2019, Holon was the 10th in population city of Israel. In 2018-92, 0% of the population were made by Jews. Natural increase of the population is 0.9%. 17.1% of the population, the repatriates who arrived after 1990. 44.5% of graduates of schools received the school leaving certificate. 24.6% of the population have the certificate on the higher education. The average salary for 2017 was the 9,425 shekel. Holon, the only city of Israel where the community of Samaritans compactly lives. 400 people. During the prehistoric period in the territory of the present city, the small lake was located. Archaeologists dug out several hunting parking of the beginning of the Stone Age where bones of elephants, hippopotamuses and crocodiles were found. On Tel Holon there was a settlement since the End Stone until the end of a Bronze Age. After foundation of the settlement in the period of the Israeli kingdom, it existed before the Arab invasion. During an early Arab era these lands ceased to be cultivated, and they became covered with sands. In the 19th century the Arab village of Tel Arish was founded there. In 1929 the group of Jews under the leadership of Shlomo Green bought the ground adjoining about Tel Arish and covered with sandy dunes and gardens. The settlements of Grin, Moladit, Kiryat Avoda, Shunat Am and Agrabank were founded on the bought site till 1937. During the Arab Revolt of 1936-1939 settlements put of Votsya often to attacks, many inhabitants suffered. Because of problems with finance and safety in March 1940 all settlements united, and the neogenic large settlement received the status of council and the name Holon. This name is mentioned in the Torah and reflects a surrounding landscape. In Hebrew, sand. By March 1940 the Charter of Local Council Holon was drafted. The first elections took place in April 1942. In 1948, at the time of formation of the State of Israel, the population of the city made 6,500 people. In 1950, Holon was given the status of the city. Holon's mayors: Drive, Hen Kugel, 1942-1953. Pinkazilen, 1953-1987. Hen Sharon, 1987-1989. Moshe Rome, 1989-1993. Motisassin, since 1993. The municipal coat of arms is executed in the form of a board under which the tape with the name of the city in Hebrew, the English and Arab languages curls. The board is blue, on a white background. On the picture of the landscape preceding formation of the city, a slope of the sandy hill with the tree sycamore growing on and because of which houses under construction are seen is represented. The inscription on the coat of arms says, "Despite everything and contrary to everything." From city attractions, it is possible to note a big complex of water entertainments, Yamit-20 Hunod, the Holonsky Children's Museum, the Park Paradise, the Tel Jaborim Park, the Mediathek Cultural Center including library and theater. In Holona there is also a large hospital Wolfson. Yamit-20 Hunod, one of the largest water parks in Israel. In a complex several pools, over 20 water slides, the gym, etc. The Cultural Center of Media Libraries, opened in 2004. In a complex big modern library with books in 6 languages, a cinema hall of cinemakis and theater. The Tel Jaborim Park, the big park called also Pillbox. He is located on hills in the region of Tel Jaborim, with numerous lawns for rest, an amphitheater, the platform for driving on roller skates and paths for foot and bicycle walks. Peraz's Park. In the park there is a beautiful fountain in the form of falls. The Israeli Children's Museum is located in Peraz's Park. Opening of the museum took place in 2001, and since then the number of visitors passed for 1 million people. The museum is intended for children of 4-12 years. Duration of an excursion is more than 2 hours. It is the only interactive children's museum in Israel. The museum suggests the guests to try to study the world surrounding them by means of touch. The Museum of Design in Holona opened in March 2010 on the project of Ron Arad, the Israeli architect, recently living in Great Britain. The museum is intended for exhibitions of the Israeli design of all directions. Land area is 3,700 am. He is the country's first museum such. Medicine. The Wolfson Hospital is in the city and serves not only Holon's inhabitants but also all the district. Economy. The first industrial enterprise in Holona was founded by natives of the Polish city of Lodz, having called them by name the hometown. The city has the Israel's second largest industrial zone. Famous inhabitants. Kobe Peretz is the Israeli singer. Lena International is the Israeli singer. Shalom the Deposit, the Israeli jailer who physically executed the death sentence concerning the Nazi criminal Adolf Eichmann lived at the time in Holona. Wolf Isaacovich Edelstein, the father of the Russian politician Vladimir Wolfovich Zhirinovsky, is buried at the cemetery of the city of Holon. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.